Students, Assalamu alaikum. Let us discuss in today's topic religious minorities. We may say that there are two groups in the society which are minority groups and dominant groups or majority groups. Minority groups yani aqliyat. Minority groups may be less in number. It may be less number. It is not necessary always. And most of the time minorities are always less in number. But in certain the situations, some minority may act as majority as they may be more powerful, more aggressive, and might have this access to power. So generally minority groups may be less in number, less powerful, excluded and discriminated as compared to dominant groups. Wallace and Wallace has defined, the sociologists have defined a minority group is one. Minority group वो होता है which has less power, जिनके पास कम ताकत होती है. ये नहीं कि muscular power, no, political power, social power, religious power, etc. They may have access to, they may not have access to the resources, so they may feel some discrimination. So a minority group is one which has less power and influence than the dominant group is the definition of the minority. Now let us come to our actual topic, religious minorities. What are religious minorities? There are different minorities. There are racial minorities, there are religious minorities, there are these women minorities, disabled minorities. There are so many, but today in today's topic we are only discussing religious minorities. When any group based on a religion has less number of members in the total population, then this group is known as religious minorities. जब मजहब के लिहाज से किसी ग्रुप का, किसी मजमुआ की उनकी तादाद मजहब के हिसाब से कम हो to the total population, that very group is known as religious minority. When any group based on a religion has less number of members in the total population, then this group is known as religious minority. जैसे कि मैं आपको persons belonging to religious minorities have a faith which is different to that held by the majorities. इनका जो फेथ होता है, अकीदा होता है, वो मुख्तलिफ होता है किन से? डोमिनेंट ग्रुप से, मेजॉरिटी से, अक्सरियत से. मिसाल के तौर in case of India, there are so many minorities as compared to the majority Hindus, just like there are Muslim minorities, Christian minorities, Baudd minorities, Sikh minorities, Parsi minorities. There are so many. We shall discuss minorities in India in upcoming topic inshallah tomorrow. But persons belonging to religious minorities have a faith which is different to that held by the majority. जो minority का faith होता है, religious minority का faith होता है, वो majority faith जो held by the majority is different from that. So persons belonging to religious minorities have a faith which is different to that held by the majority. So some characteristics of religious minorities or minorities. Religious minorities are self-consciousness. There is self-conscious and feeling of oneness. जो भी माइनॉरिटी होती है उनको आपस में एक वननेस होती है, एक यूनिटी होती है, एक संपैथी होती है, एक सेल्फ कॉन्शियसनेस. अब कहीं पे भी एक मिसाल हो, किसी भी माइनॉरिटी ग्रुप को, वो आपस में क्या होते हैं? यूनाइटेड. उनमें एक कॉन्शियसनेस होता है, सेल्फ कॉन्शियसनेस है, फीलिंग ऑफ वननेस होती है. ओके, जैसे आप मुसलमानों की बात, वो अगेंस्ट द मेजॉरिटी हिंदूज वो यूनाइटेड रहते हैं. जैसे सिख्स टू द माइना आपस में वो यूनाइटेड रहते हैं. ऐसी ये कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है रिलीजियस माइनॉरिटी की कि दे आर सेल्फ कॉन्शियसनेस, देयर इज सेल्फ कॉन्शियसनेस एंड फीलिंग ऑफ वननेस. Second, they suffer from unequal treatment. It's a characteristic of a minority group that they feel it may be some problem for them. They suffer from unequal treatment. They face discrimination on every aspect. Minority groups marry within the group. Minority groups marry, marry within the group. यानी minority group हमेशा अपने ही group माइनॉरिटी में शादी करते हैं। जनरली लेस इन नंबर एज कम्पेयर टू मेजॉरिटी, जनरली ये रूल है कि माइनॉरिटी ऑलवेज दे आर लेस इन नंबर एज कम्पेयर टू मेजॉरिटी। This was the about minorities and religious minorities. Tomorrow we shall discuss religious minorities in India, their problems and their these protective measures. Till then, Assalamu alaikum.